Hey everybody, it's me, Myra, at Down Home Money, a simple approach to financial freedom. It's Tuesday, it's my day, and I'm excited to be with you. So, on this channel, we cover a little bit of everything. We talk about the housing market, we talk about money, which is really important, and we talk about life. And today we're going to mix it up and we're going to talk about a little bit of all of it. We're going to talk about the stock market and what's going on in the stock market, the housing market and what you can expect for 2021, and the future of housing, and are first-time home buyers being pushed out of affordable housing. We're going to talk about it all. We're going to talk about money and how you set up your retirement accounts, and let's get started. Let's start with, I want to share with you why it's so important to open you up a brokerage account or an IRA or a Roth or a SEP, whatever you, which works for your needs, right? So a SEP is if you're self-employed. Everyone can do an IRA. And then a Roth, depending on what you make and your income levels, you can open a Roth. If your income levels don't go over, if you're filing jointly in 2020, they couldn't have gone over 206. So you can make, you still have time for your 2020 investments in your Roth or your IRAs or your SEP, 401ks. You have until April 15th. So don't forget to do that. I think that's so important to building your wealth. A lot of you know my story, and I opened my brokerage account in 1998. And when I did that, I opened the account and I was doing $100 a month. And I was doing it in a Vanguard, one of their index funds for the 500, the S&P 500. At the time, it was called the Vanguard 500, and it was VFINX. That same fund now is VFIAX. I still put money in it every single month. And if you're looking at another fund that is similar to that, it would be an ETF, VOO. And so anyway, I did it consistently. So that started in 1998. In 2009, that account was worth $165,000 and some change. So after 12 years, so to speak, 11 years, my account had grown to $165,000. Well, I never looked at it. I didn't even open when the statements would come, because I was building a rental portfolio for my retirement. I never really looked at that being my retirement. I just didn't. I just thought, I'm doing it. It's a write-off, straight off of my taxes, because if you're self-employed, you can do a SEP, which is a simplified employer pension, and you can take up to $55,000 straight off of your income if you do it. And so for me, being self-employed, that was better for me. And so I was just using it for the write-off. Well, you guys, so like I said, I didn't watch the account. I just did it. It came out of my bank account on the 15th of every month, automatically bought shares of that stock, and then I had it reinvested. So when they would pay me my dividends, I had it reinvested into more stock. So I never touched it, and I only had one stock. That's it in my retirement account. So in 2018, or maybe it was 19, I was reading a book by J.L. Collins, The Simple Path to Wealth. And what a great book. If you have not read his book, it's phenomenal. I was reading his book and I thought, I need to check on my accounts. I hadn't even registered online with them, okay? I was just getting those statements and throwing it in my box for my taxes every year. I know, it's crazy. So I thought, I need to go online and look at my account online, even though I wasn't going to touch it. I wasn't going to do anything different. I wasn't going to, because I'm kind of a creature of habit, and it was working. Nothing had happened, so I'm good. I opened the account, and you guys, I had over $1.1 million in the account through compounding. And I don't share this story to try to impress you. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to impress upon you. The only difference in you and me is I'm probably older than you are, and I've had more years for my money to compound. And that's why I did this channel. I wanted to share with people why it's so important to do a monthly investment, because things happen. And when you are, and a lot of us are living paycheck to paycheck, and a lot of people are struggling, especially right now. But if you will allocate, like it is like a monthly bill, like you're not going to miss paying your telephone bill, and you're not going to miss paying your electric bill, because they're essential. So if you'll put on your budget, so to speak, a line item to pay yourself, $100, $200, whatever you can do, and then do it and let it ride. Have them withdraw it from your bank account every month, so you can't decide if you're going to mail a check or not, and it doesn't become negotiable. It is guaranteed that you're going to do it. Y'all, your life will change. You will be a millionaire someday. And I know right now it may not seem like it. You may be making $25,000, $30,000 a year. If you're lucky, maybe you're making $40,000 a year, or more. But if you don't pay yourself first, your money will go. It's just the way our world is with consumerism, and everything is so expensive that it is crucial that you take your future under control and that you decide what you're going to do with your money. And I will tell you, my life just changed so much when I decided I was going to control my money instead of my debt control my money. And debt meaning, you got to pay your house payment, you got to pay your car payment, you got to pay your rent if you're a renter. And we all have all this debt. Maybe it's student loans, depending on where you are in your life. But the thing is that it's going to always be there unless you take control to build your net worth is what you're doing. It's just like right now, what bothers me about housing is the fact that people have a lot of equity in their homes. And unfortunately, a lot of people are behind on their payments. And you can watch several of my videos, and I'll put those here. But a lot of people are behind on their payments. And because they're behind, they are at risk when the moratorium is lifted to losing their home if they don't call a real estate professional, because they probably have no clue what their house is valued at now. Because honestly, I'm a real estate agent. I got offices that sell tons and over $1 billion worth of real estate last year. And I'm going to tell you, I've been shocked at some of the prices that homes are going for. Appraisers are like shocked. They can't believe it. It's kind of like the stock market right now. There's so many, Tesla is a perfect example that its value is not there based on the price of the stock. So a lot of times when there is excitement and low supply and high demand, prices get driven up. And, we got to see what everybody on Robinhood and Reddit could do with stocks. Kind of crazy, wasn't it, last week? For those of you that know what all went down, but it's just amazing what can happen and how things can be manipulated. And so I just want to make sure that if you do have, or if you are behind on your payment, that you understand you have a way out. You need to sell your house because there's going to be equity in there. I guarantee you're going to be surprised when the agent gives you the comparative market analysis on the value of your home. So be sure and do that. If you're having problems making your credit card payments, be sure and call the credit card companies and negotiate your interest rate. They're negotiating, you guys, and you just need to make the calls. You need to do that and share with them why you need your payments lowered. And if you can get the interest rate from 20 down to 10, that's amazing. So there's just little things like that you can do right now to help your situation. Of course, school loans right now, you haven't been having to pay your college loans. I hope you're saving that money that you were normally spending towards paying those notes. And, if you still have your job and you're still working. So I will tell you, our world's changing every day, and the housing market is changing every day. And it's important that you stay in tune of what's going on. But more importantly, stay in tune what you want out of life and what you want for your family, and go for it. Don't let consumerism get you in such a indebtedness to stuff that you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. The first thing you need to do is pay yourself first and make sure you're making those monthly contributions to your retirement plan, because here's the deal. That money is tax-free when you put it in there, unless you do the Roth. The Roth is taxed money, but you won't pay taxes when you go to withdraw it. So there's lots of benefits. So I appreciate you guys, and we're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for your support, and please give us a like, give us a thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss every Tuesday when we talk about money, life, and real estate. Financial freedom is for everyone, because it is not about how much money you make. It is about how much money you keep and what you do with it. And we want to keep a lot. I wrote a book called Down Home Money, The Simple Approach to Financial Freedom. You can get this book on Amazon. I would love for you to read it this year. It'd be a great read for you if you're looking for financial freedom. And you're looking to treat your money differently so that your money shows up differently. We'll see you next Tuesday. Have a great week.